Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA.
From the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, they come in off a loss to the Spurs. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, there was sort of a snowball effect in that game too, guys. I mean, what started as a cold night for a few guys turned into a cold night for just about everybody.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Oklahoma City right now, the rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. For the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Oladipo outside. Outside Gordon. On the wing, Harris. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that.
On defense, Orlando. 4-point game. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was one that just got out of control for them. And when the lead got big, it almost seemed as if they just mailed it in.
Yeah, it appeared to me as well that they kind of gave in. And I understand it's hard to try to come back, but you got to show more fight than they did.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injury. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Now here is Harris. 9 points last game. And it's blocked by Adams. Westbrook kicks to Adams. And good on the basket. Hook it.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Payton outside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Here's Robertson, covered by Payton. Ibaka, wide open, he finds. Sinks the triple.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Payton against Westbrook. And they double up Payton. Looking for Oladipo. He gets it there. Gordon. The shot is off. So the Thunder will take it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, anytime you have an advantage on a team and you're looking to pile up wins, you You like to have them on your schedule more times than just a couple.
Pick by Vucevic. Payton kicks to Vucevic, and down it goes. Done through off a wonderful assist.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Payton against Westbrook. The feed to Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Durant's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Magic trail by 4. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Harris setting the pick for Oladipo. Harris outside. Harris missing again.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Ibaka, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Orlando making some changes. Azania, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Fournier comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Watson in for Payton.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the megastars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's going to stay fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Talking about Ibaka, he does so many things that help his team. The little things that always make a difference, even with his superb free throw shooting, up to a remarkable Clark 84% last year.
Yeah, but, you know, Ibaka had an injury of his own. As much as people talked about Durant's injury, the knee soreness Ibaka had cost him 18 games last year, so that was tough for him.
Fournier dishes to Watson. The 11-footer, and that's good for 2. Westbrook with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Can't get it to fall. The Thunder leading by 10. Here's Roberson. Westbrook passes to Roberson. Some room here for Ibaka. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And the shot is good. 7 points for Kevin Durant.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Knocked away. Westbrook with the steal. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
The Thunder leading by 18. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Skiles. And Doris, what did he have to say?
And my first question was, what's the plan against Kevin Durant, probably the premier scorer in the entire league? He said, well, it starts with trying to keep the ball out of his hands, because once he catches it, you're kind of at his mercy. Guys, Durant's so long, he can just shoot over the top. When he does get the ball, expect to see some double teams.
All right, Doris, thanks. And he gets it to go. Vucevic has got his second basket of the night.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Westbrook, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Orlando.
And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic, and Smith subbed in for Tobias Harris.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Dedmon, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular.
Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration
comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want
year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Durant in at the small forward. Westbrook with the steal.
That steal was the product of active hands and outstanding defensive awareness there.
Stolen by Gordon. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Payton, right side. Stolen by Durant. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Shots good by Ibaka.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist. Gordon's got 5 now.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And Roberson kicks to Durant. Goes up from the top of the key. Again, Oklahoma City.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet up until last season, he's been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Vooch checked in for the Magic. Harris comes in for Smith. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Payton outside. He kicks it to Vucevic. Shot is off. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you're talking about this. He posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
Yeah, he did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10" with a 7'5" arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has to.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Moving it up. Roberson gets the bucket. Roberson's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Channing Frye's checked in for Orlando. Oladipo goes in, and he gets it to go. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Durant against Harris. To the wing right side. And here's Westbrook from the arc. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Magic have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Payton kicks to Harris. Puts up the baby hook. Oladipo trying to get open. Thunder with the rebound.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Vucevic, and it's blocked by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Roberson gets the bucket.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Kazanya comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Watson in for Elfrid Payton. Fries, good.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
And that one's good. Now, here's Watson. Poked away. Westbrook with the steal. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Here's Durant. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And the basket by Harris.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Pass to Durant. for three. Rebounded by Vucevic.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And it's Harris off the drive. Harris missing again.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And that one's good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Pick by Vucevic. Watson for three. Can't get it to go. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Roberson gets the bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Harris on the money from 12 feet away. Harris has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And Roberson kicks to Adams. Westbrook with a wide-open look. And the Thunder another 3.
Wow, this guy is doing an instructional video from outside out there. He's got 4 in the game, but 3 have come in this quarter.
Here's Harris, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and shoot one more at the free throw line.
Had as much success in the paint here. Everything is from the perimeter. They're settling too much for what's going on the outside. They've got to get back to getting it inside.
Orlando making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Smith comes in for Channing Frye. And Fournier subbed in for Hezonja. One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the 2nd fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. And starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Watson kicks to Harris. The Magic again can't hit.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Durant, no good.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Oklahoma City out in front, running away with this one. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Kevin, it obviously seemed like you were in a
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, there was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had... All right, that is going to wrap.
Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. So that's who Scott Skiles starts the second half. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front court. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like his game.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Unloads. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Durant's got 21 in the game.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Payton drives in. Gordon. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 4 assists in the game.
And talking about Vucevic's development last season, he's also had the highest assist average of his career. He's a good decision maker on the floor, knows when to take it himself, and knows when to kick it to cutters and spot-up shooters.
Left side, Harris. Teardrop shot, kept alive. Takes it off the glass. Harris has got 11.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback. You know, and getting back to Vucevic, I mean, he's at an age where he may only get better. Averaged nearly 20 points a game last year after averaging only 14 the year before. That was an incredible leap in production, and I think it's one that'll continue.
It's Oladipo on the wing. Gordon with the screen for Oladipo. Down low. It's stolen by Adams. And Ibaka kicks to Roberson. Drills the elbow jumper. He's got 15.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Payton against Westbrook. A wide open look here for Oladipo. The three-pointer no good. The Thunder have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Here's Vucevic, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
Well, Greg, you were talking about watching Vucevic. He doesn't have the athleticism to beat people to the ball on rebounds, but Clark, he does have an exceptional ability to box out well. He's got that long reach. He can make steals.
Good technique, really great size, and a hunger to chase down the rebound. So you don't have to jump high to rebound effectively. As a matter of fact, Kevin, most outstanding rebounders are not high risers. They're quick jumpers, they're strong, and they pursue the pumpkin.
That's a good point. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Channing Fries checked in for Vucevic. Oladipo dishes to Payton. Back to Oladipo. With the floater. Outside Durant. A stupendous finish in traffic. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Payton with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And Azania gets it to go.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Adams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Payton drives in, over to the left wing. And Azania gets it to go.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. And here we go with the Magic fast break. The shot no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Durant, the pass to Adams. And here is Durant. 25 points in the game. Pocket 6. Feeds it to Ibaka. Fires the 3. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Payton's shot is off. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
The shot's good from Westbrook. Here's Payton. 6 points for him. passes it to Hazania. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Gordon. Evan Fournier comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Watson in for Elfrid Payton. And Hazania gets it to go.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Westbrook, no good.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Oklahoma City has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Ibaka dishes to Durant. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
The Magic have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. And Fry kicks to Fournier. Out of bounds, Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Magic. Dwayne Dedmon. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Adams. It's tipped. Here's Hazania. 8 points for him. Pass to Watson. Out to the right wing. Here's Dedmon. Here's Smith. And he uses the glass on the way. Smith's got his first points of the game.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
.130 left in the third. For 3, Westbrook. It's hauled in by the Magic. Smith's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Fournier. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And it was great to watch C.J. Miles last season. Finally, Clark got some significant playing time.
Yeah, and took advantage of it. With the Pacers having Paul George on the sidelines due to injury until late in the season, they got a nice lift and contribution from C.J. Miles.
Shots good by Dedmon.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Oklahoma City's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Drops one in from the wing. Durant's got 10 points here in the second half.
And watching C.J. Watson last year, he showed he could take his game up a notch. Beat his career average in terms of shooting percentages across the board. Career high in rebounding, second best assist average as well. Unfortunate how he got the opportunity to play, but great that he took advantage of it.
Here's Durant, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Ripping and then running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
No expiration date on their legs. They just seem to be fresher, and they're putting those fresh legs to good use.
For the Magic, Vucevic comes in for Jason Smith, and Tobias Harris subbed in for Hazania. The Thunder shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Knocked away. Stolen by Westbrook. Shot from 12. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Westbrook's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
Good on the shot.
Some guys will try to overpower you at the rim, but he likes to elude you and trick you. He's got quickness and a soft touch.
Durant attacking, and again it's Oklahoma City.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. now Westbrook and Oklahoma City. Looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And the basket by Harris.
Baked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
Right side Westbrook and stolen by Fry. Napier passes to Fournier. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And now Harris running the floor all by himself.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 35.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Durant. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And it's Napier missing.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Count that one.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
Knocks it loose. Harris against Durant. Here's the floater. Can't get it to go. And Orlando the other way now. Fournier dishes to Napier. To the right side. Wide open. Dedmon kicks to Fournier. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Kevin Durant. And watching Evan Fournier, he's an intriguing 2-guard prospect. Saw his minutes, Greg, spike last season after getting traded at the deadline.
Yeah, he finally had the chance to get in and prove himself. Had a few strong outings in the second half of last year.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Aaron Gordon in for Tobias Harris. Durant just inside the line. Nice shot from the wing. Durant's got 40 points.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Nate passes to Smith. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, I like the height that Evan Fournier has as a 2-guard. I mean, he doesn't have the lateral quickness that you'd like to see in that position, but as he gains strength, I think he should at least be capable and competent on the defensive end.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
The dish to Fry. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Roberson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And back to Fournier, his real upside is on offense. Streaky 3-point shooter, a crafty ball handler and good vision from a passing standpoint. He just needs time on the floor and to continue to keep developing.
Knocked loose. To the paint. Here's Smith. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Smith's got 4 this quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
It's Durant on the wing. Pulls up. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Fournier. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Durant, again, the Thunder score.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Magic have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The Magic making a switch here. Oladipo's checked in. Adams right side. Durant in the corner. Clock at 6. Back to Adams. Fires the 3. Rebound by Smith. Orlando, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th. 8 of 12. Here's Napier. He's covered by Westbrook. And it's Napier missing. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. It's Durant on the wing. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Durant's got 49 points in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Durant.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Westbrook. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Just cannot find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
Durant kicks to Westbrook. Screen by Ibaka. Back to Durant from outside the arc. And the Thunder another 3.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Floats one. And it's Napier missing.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Durant, no good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this.
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly, but can you describe or put a value on the contributions of your teammates?
Well, it's a team game. Everybody has to come to play. Everybody played hard in the second half. We stuck together, so we just got to continue to do that.
A solid all-around effort. Thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq. And Russell Westbrook. We watched a marvelous third quarter from him, and he basically put the game on ice at that point. And from that point on, they were in control.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You really...
And that'll do it for tonight.